Okay guys, what's up? Blue Fox 22 coming at you with another random video. Yeah, so I have a spare piece of lumber from our basement. I didn't want it to go to waste. As you can see, it's starting to rot down the bottom. Cleaned it up as best as I could. So what I'm going to do is mark it up and, as you can see here, make a sword out of it. Around the springtime, sometimes I like to make, I got into the hobby of making wooden swords. I've made, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 blades so far. And they're just wooden practice swords for, well, I use this one for strength training, because this is going to be heavy, about the same weight, if not a little bit heavier than some swords that you would use. And mainly to get used to the weight of a sword, and it's good exercise actually. Learning proper footwork, stuff like that. By no means am I great. My footwork is sloppy. The technique that I want to try and it's a self-taught technique that I want to try and use, basically utilizes my opponent's momentum against them. Something in the forms of, like, if I'm not mistaken, Aikido, where you're using, and Judo, where you're using your opponent's momentum and weight against them. I'm going to do that in the form of sword training. Now, I don't know if there is a sword style like that, but I would like to think of it as like a turtle defense, or like an iron wall kind of defense, where I'll show some different things as to what I'm talking about later on down the line. I gotta work up the courage in order to film it. Basically, if your opponent's coming for a downward strike, the whole point of my sword technique is that I want to try and learn, and perfect and master, is that you're not trying to necessarily dodge the attack because you're wasting energy dodging. You want to deflect their attack and come back with a strike. Now, that would go along the lines of any normal type of sword fighting, but what I mean is I want to completely deflect and imbalance them, throw them off, and without moving an inch, come back and strike them in the same, in the same flow, in the same reaction. Basically giving them no time to react to what just happened. I'm coming for a downward strike, and all of a sudden my sword's going left, and I have no time to come back with my sword strike to guard or go for my opponent's head or arm or whatever, and they're already plunging their sword into my chest. It's over for me. But yeah, and it's good exercise. So, but this is the sword. The black and white one is the one that I'm most proud of. It took me a really long time to make it, and since they're just practice swords, I'm not, too worried about how they look. I don't want them to be boring, plain pieces of wood, but I don't want to go too extravagant and make them look beautiful, and then, down the line, after a year or two, they snap. And then I get, all worked up, but yeah. I shout out to Zed Not Alpha, or ZNA Productions now. I learned how to do a basic handle wrap from him, and that's how I did that back there. As you can see, I did a very, very, very primitive handle wrap on that one. That one needs redone. And this little one here needs redone as well. It's probably showing up red, but it's actually brown and green, black and white, and then it's a blue-green kind of green, and then lime green for that one in the back. And then I like two different style swords because I saw some assassin blades online where they have no hilt at all. If you've ever seen cane swords or different types of tantos or wakazashis, they have no handguard, no hilt, no hilts, or not hilts, but no handguards at all. Like a traditional katana would have a circular or octagonal or square type handguard, and traditional English swords and different types of rapiers and stuff would have a cross guard or a basket guard. These like I have here. Well, this one is offset, and this one is actually slanted. I don't know how well you can pick that up, but if you were to put it straight, to up on a straight line with the hilt, you'll notice that the blade is actually crooked, when in reality it's not the blade that's crooked. If I were to line the blade up straight flush with the edge of this cardboard, you'll see that the handguard is actually crooked. So yeah. But yeah, I figured I'd let you guys know how things are going with this. I'll mark it up, show you guys what what kind of a design I want. I want to try and go for a, not more of a machete-like look, but more of a, I'm trying to think of the word, not saber, a cutlass kind of look where it's, I don't know, a really fat blade and then it thins out towards the handle. But I'll mark it up and I'll show you guys what I mean. But yeah, I don't have any power tools. This is all going to be by hand. I have a little handsaw, some screwdrivers, a hand drill, stuff like that, and we'll go from there. But and my blades. I do have a nice sharp knife that'll work. And yeah, don't worry. These aren't finished. I was working up the courage to show you guys, my other hobby that I have, and it's this. So I do have, well, what you can say, two hobbies. I have music, which I share with you guys, and now you guys know my other hobby, which is making swords. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't want it to be too long, don't want to ramble on too much. So yeah. Oh, and these are the sheaths for the swords. Now this one here isn't done yet. I want to add on to it. This is for the green one. I'll show you real quick. You probably saw a picture of them at the beginning of the video, but that's what that's like. And what I want to do is add on a loop or something, piece of, I do have some cloth or a piece of leather or something added onto this, and so you can loop it through your belt and do it like that. And then this one is for this. This one's not done yet neither. I have to put a finish on it. But yeah. And this actually goes and wraps around to keep it locked in. And then this big guy here. This is actually, if you've watched a couple of our videos, this is Caveman Meadows' sword here. That's this. And then this actually, if I can get it. And this actually fits in a specific way. Oops, sorry guys. And this is designed to keep the sword from... can I get it? Come on. Come on. There we go. And that keeps the sword from falling out. And then these aren't, this isn't done yet. This one is for what I like to call Stinger. It's not done yet, but that's that one. So yeah, the wrap has to be redone on this sword. Yeah. But the wrap has to be redone. You can see it's curved and it's very sporadic. So yeah. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I will keep you guys updated with the new blade. And alright. As always, I am BlueFox22, aka Michael Gardner. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Alright guys, stay safe and stay foxy. Bye.